say good morning, Anambra. Welcome to Sports Splash with Ike, Dr. Ike Mwokedi. Yes, I'd like to thank you very much for joining us, Ike.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
You look amazing this morning.
Yes, it's a new year.
It's a new year indeed.
Look new.
Definitely.
I have to look new for the year.
Sure.
So what's up today?
Well, a whole lot went down during the weekend. 60% of this program is local content. We had a local chess championship that held in Anambra State. We had 43 participants. We all equally had our own Anambra club, Solution FC, going away from home and getting 3 points against Gateway FC. That was Far Ogun State, Ilaro to be precise.
Really?
And that was their first 3 points of the season.
Wow.
This is their second stay in the Nigerian National League. And this is something unprecedented. So
very, very unprecedented.
We are really good to go there. On the foreign scene, we'll talk about Man United, a player, Ahmad Diallo, signing contract extension. We'll have Formula One athletics and equally some football news on the sports show. So that's what we'll feature on Sports Splash.
What about the chess? Is the chess concluded?
Yeah, the chess has been concluded. There was under 14. We'll have under 14, the female category, under 20, then the open. The open category is where you have everyone participating, irrespective of the age. That's where you can have someone at the age of 60 participating against someone at the age of for the age of 12.
Really?
So it's an 8-round event. Each round lasts about an hour and 30 seconds.
Wow.
So it's a whole lot. It was a 3-day event, so it was quite interesting, and congratulations to the winners in that event.
Congratulations to the winners in that event. I think in the next one I want to participate.
Definitely. We'll find a way to get you.
Thank you very much now.
Yeah.
So over to you for the rest of the sports news.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning once again, sports fans. It is Sports Splash on ABS TV, the Monday edition. Of course, I've given you a lowdown on what to expect on the show. Let's begin with our first story. Yes, our first story is chess. Chess. When you talk about chess, not quite a very popular on here, but it's one of the board games and we enjoy this. Well, let's tell you that the Titan Open Chess Championship has ended in Anambra State with 43 participants featuring in this third edition of the Titans Open Chess Championship, which kicked off. It kicked off actually on Thursday last week with 43 participants featuring in the board games event, and the chess championship held from Thursday 9th January to Saturday 11th January 2025 took place at the Faculty of Social Sciences Multipurpose Hall, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, and the federated competition, which offers a total prize money of 600,000 naira, featured 4 categories comprising of the open category. There was the female category and under 20, under 14 categories with a total of 8 rounds, not lasting more than an hour and 30 seconds for each round. The open category, which is free for all, irrespective of age and difference, saw the winner, or was expecting to see the winner take home at the sum of 100,000 naira, while the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh place finishers will go home with a sum of 75,000 naira, 50,000 naira, 40,000 naira, 30,000 naira, 15,000 naira, and 10,000 naira respectively. In the under 20 category, the winner, first runners up and the second runners up were expected to win the sum of 40,000 naira, 30,000 naira, 20,000 naira respectively, and the under 14 category will see the winner and runners up go home with 20,000 naira and 10,000 naira respectively, while for the female category, the winner will take home the prize of 30,000 naira, and the 30,000 naira. Second and third place will go home with the prize of 20,000 naira and 10,000 naira respectively. And speaking to the media, the Titans Club CEO, Mr. Odinaka Joshua Udochukwu, stated that the competition is a platform to bring the game to limelight and an opportunity to assemble the best of chess players across the state and the southeastern geopolitical zone to compete in a battle of strategy and weight. And Mr. Udochukwu disclosed that it is called an open championship, meaning that players of different age categories or grades can participate and play against each other. The chair's promoter also informed that the championship is federated, meaning that it is internationally recognized. And the erstwhile president of Unizik Chess Club and computer science graduate of the institution, thank the Unizik alumni, the institution's directorate of sports, the dean of the faculty of social sciences, Professor Frank Collins Oka, for the head department of music and Unizik and chess club chairman, talking about Dr. Ike Dimma Okeke. And he also thanked the chess grandmaster, Mr. Thomas John. He was a one-time president of a Unizik Chess Club, Uche Okeke, and others for their support towards the success of the championship. He advised the participants to put in their best performance in the course of the game. Now we have the results. They told you that the competition has been concluded. In the open category, let's tell you that Okuos Achunon, so Emmanuel, finished with a total of 6.5 points and a prize money of 87,500 and trophy and a gold. Yes, according to how it was, Okuos Achunon, so Emmanuel, of course, finished first, alongside Iyoha Emmanuel. Iyoha Emmanuel also finished first, but you know the rating, how it is done in chess. Iyoha Emmanuel will finish with silver. But he got the same amount of money, but had the same points, 6.5, like Okuosa Chinon, so Emmanuel. And of course, the third position is Okuosa Joshua Ifanye, who finished with 6 points and ended up with 50,000 naira and bronze medal. Fourth was Onwara Victor with 5.5 points, and he got 35,000 naira for his exploits. And of course, Ibe Vincent was fifth at the end of the Open Championship, finished with 5.5 points and a prize money of 35,000 naira. Moving to the under 20 category, Uriah Patrick finished first in the under 20 category. Still talking about the chess championship, and Uriah Emmanuel finished first with 6 points, and of course I won the gold medal and a prize money of 40,000 naira. Ibe Valerian finished second in the under 20 category with 5.5 points. I got 30,000 naira prize money and a silver medal, while Chukwuchi Bike finished third on the log with 5 points, 20,000 naira he got for his exploits and a bronze medal. In the under 14 category, let's tell you that the first was Udechukwu Okechukwu, who finished with 4 points and got a prize money of 15,000 naira, a trophy and a gold. While second position was Chukwu Joshua, who finished second with 4 points and 15,000 naira and a silver medal. In the female category, and of course, in the female category, the first position was Miracle Omesu, finished with 5 points, prize money of 25,000 naira, trophy and gold, while the second position was Emma Ibeabu Chioma, of course, who finished with 5 points, a silver medal, and a prize money of 25,000 naira, and Messi Omesu finished third with 4.5 points, 10,000 naira, and a bronze medal. While for the Unizik category, still talking about chess. Unizik category, Okeke Ogochukwu finished first with 6 points, a prize of 40,000 naira, trophy and a gold medal. While the second position finished with 5 points. And of course, that was Okekuche Stanley, prize money of 25,000 naira and silver medal. And the third position finished with 25,000 naira. He got 5 points, and that's Ezeribe Valentine, and he got a bronze medal for his exploit. And that was how it went down in the just concluded Titan Open Chess Championship, which ended at Nnamdi Azikiwe University. And we told you about the winners on the sports show, Sports Splash on ABS TV. So, and of course, and the organizer promised that in subsequent edition it will be bigger and better and we can't wait for that to happen. That's about the chess championship, which came to an end at the weekend. Now, let's move on to our next story, which is about Solution Football Club. You saw the pictures earlier on. Let's tell you that Anambra Club, Solution FC, got their first win on the road for the ongoing 2024-2025 Nigeria National League season, and that was on Saturday, the 11th of January 2025, beating the home side Gateway United FC by 3-2 at the Gateway International Stadium, Ilaro, Ogun State. Coach Emmanuel Dorcha made 2 changes to the side that defeated First Bank FC at the Oka City Stadium last Saturday. Chibeze Oputa and Chibuzo Ekocha made the starting 11, leapfrogging Stephen Etta and Goodluck Opodi respectively. Ekocha's inclusion was justified as he poked home an assist from Valentine Ugu in a swift team counter-attacking play in the early going to give his side a deserved lead, and that was in the 9th minute of the game. The Solution boys are held on, and we are close to taking the lead into the break, but for Adedeji Abiodun, who converted a teasing crosser from Babatunde Taufik on the 45th minute of the first half. In the second stanza, Valentine Ugu restored the lead for Solution FC in the 72nd minute, capitalizing on a sloppy defensive play by Akintola Samuel, finishing off in style by slotting his effort into the bottom left corner off at the post beyond Gateway goalkeeper. Talking about Titiose Idris, who had no answer to the clinical finish. Romanus Chinonso and scored from a sublime free kick in the 68th minute to seal the win for the Solution boys after substitute Goodluck Opodi was hacked down by Kabiru Popola just outside the box in an ensuing attacking move. Substitute Femi Famuyiwa's goal from a controversial penalty in the 89th minute was more of a consolation for the home side as the Solution boys took the maximum points in the game against Gateway United FC. Was at the Gateway International Stadium, Ilaro, and Solution FC will next face Kun Khalifat FC of Owerri in an Oriental derby in one of the match day 6 fixtures this coming weekend, and it's going to go down here at the Oka City Stadium. But right now, let's tell you that Solution FC are third on the log. On top of the food chain, on top of the log is Kun Khalifat FC with 13 points after 5 matches played, followed by Osun United, who are second on the log with 10 points from 5 matches, and Solution FC are currently third on the log. After 4 matches played, they have a total of 7 points in the Nigeria National League. That's on the Conference B. Let's move away from that. Of course, you all know that the Super Eagles now have a new coach. Let's tell you that to be part of the Super Eagles has been a dream for new coach Eric Chelly since he was 12 years old and playing PlayStation video game. A close associate of the Eagles coach revealed to the media. Eric has been the Super Eagles coach, coach since he was 12 years old via the video game, and his mother told me that he always wore the Nigerian jersey with pride, and when he played PlayStation, his team were usually the Super Eagles. So today asked Eric about those great stars of the 90s like Emmanuel Amuneke, Daniel Amokachi, Rashidi Yekini, Finidi George. You will be surprised by how much he knows about them. He is the first and foremost a big fan of the Super Eagles, and it is now a dream come true for him to finally be part of the team he has long admired as a young boy. The associate told the media that such is his great admiration for the Super Eagles that he would probably have dumped Mali where Nigeria to have come knocking his door while he was in charge of the Eagles of Bamako. That could well explain the huge pay cut he has taken to quit Algerian club MC Oran for his most demanding challenge. And Eric Chelly has taken by far the biggest risk of the 47 years to be the coach of the Super Eagles, who are currently in the serious danger of not qualifying for next year's World Cup. So, but the news is that Eric Chelly says that he's a fan of the Super Eagles even before he was appointed as the head coach of the male national team of Nigeria, the Super Eagles. Well, still talking about the Super Eagles matter, let's tell you that the technical director of the Nigeria Football Federation, Austin Eguavon, will be available to assist the new coach of the senior national team of Nigeria, Eric Chelly, according to reports. Eguavon, who is the technical director of the NFF, held at the position as head of the team in interim capacity all through the qualifiers for the AFCON, where the team made it with 2 games to spare. And Chelle is expected to take over as the coach with the upcoming World Cup qualifier games in the month of March. His first assignment at the hand, it will be the first game of his short-term deal, which covers the period of the World Cup qualifiers that ends in the month of October. He will come with 2 of his assistants with the Nigerian coaches who are presently handling the Chan team, expected also to be part of the crew. Eguavon will also be part of the crew. Eguavon is the technical director, and it's normal for the new coach actually to work closely with him. It's more imperative because he handled the team all through the AFCON qualifiers. It's nothing new. A chieftain of the NFF review saying that Austin Eguavon will somehow be part of Eric Chelle's backroom staff for the Super Eagles as they prepare for the World Cup qualifiers and the upcoming AFCON qualifiers also. So we'll be watching out for that. Let's see how that pans out, if they are going to have a harmonious relationship between Eric Chelle, the former coach of Mali national team, now the coach of the Super Eagles, and Austin Eguavon, who has always been on rescue mission for Nigerian national team. Let's see how they will partner in ensuring that the Super Eagles qualify for the Soccer Mundial coming up very shortly. And now to the African scene, Premier League strugglers at Wolverhampton Wanderers have bolstered their defensive options with the signing of Emmanuel Abado from Reims for a reported fee of 18 million euros. We hear the Ivory Coast International has been almost ever-present for the red and white this season, featuring in all but one of their 16 matches in the Ligue 1. He missed the 1-1 draw with Lyon due to an accumulation of yellow cards. Abado quickly established himself as a first-team regular at the start of August at the loan following his arrival for UPenn in July 2022. Although disciplinary issues saw him ruled out for 5 league games in the 2022-2023 season after picking up 5 yellow cards and 3 red cards. The 27-year-old centre-back was handed the captain's armband this time to underline his importance to the club, but they have now decided to sell after deeming the offer from the old gold too good to turn down. Abado has put pen to paper on a 4.5-year deal at the Molineux with an option to extend by an additional 12 months as Wanderers manager Vitor Pereira looks to firm up a leaky defense which has considered the most goals, 45 goals in the top flight this season in the Premier League. And from one African player to another, this time around, we'll be moving from the Molineux. Let's go up and north. Let's tell you that Ivory Coast International Amad Diallo has explained that his love for Manchester United played a key role in his decision to ink a new contract at the club. And the 22-year-old winger has put pen to paper on a deal that will keep him at the club until June 2030, having established himself as one of the English Premier League giants, key players under the club's manager, Ruben Amorim. He said, it's been a lot to me because I love this club. He said, every time I pull on the jersey, I'm so proud. Every time I'm on the pitch, I want to fight for the club, and I'm happy, and I'm so happy to be here for a long time. Ahmad has said on the club's website, first thing you have to believe, I will always believe in myself. I work very hard to achieve a lot of things with this club, but today I'm so happy to extend for 5 more years, and I want to be here for a long time, not just 5 more years, but maybe for all my life. Ahmad stated. The former Atalanta BC star also admitted that he has taking everyone a bit of time to get their head around the new system, but that things are now falling into place as we build for the future. He stated, we've learned every day, we'll learn. It's a new system for everyone. At the beginning, it was not easy, but I think now the team is starting to understand the system a little bit more. Ahmad stated. He concluded by saying that the manager and the staff and every every day, every other staff every day at the training ground do help us to understand more of the system. We are very happy to have them, and we want to follow them for the system because we know at the end we will have success. Amad Diallo stated after signing a 5-year contract extension at Old Trafford, and we wish him all the very best at playing out there at Old Trafford. Let's see how it goes in his career after moving from Italy and now to England. But the news is that Amad Diallo has signed a 5-year deal extension at Old Trafford. You're watching Sports Splash on ABS TV. Let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about Formula One. We are getting set for the Formula One season, and then we'll tell you about Aston Martin's new move to ensure that this season they perform better in the Constructors Championship in the Formula One. We'll also be telling you about athletics and, of course, tennis news. The first Grand Slam of the year has started, and that's the Australian Open. We'll talk about that on the flip side of Sports Splash. We'll be right back. Show Sports Splash this. The Monday edition is the first one for the week here on ABS TV. In the first half, I will told you about the Titan Open Chess Championship, which came to a crescendo at the weekend held at Anambra University, and we had 43 participants drawn across the state and beyond, featuring a competition that have over 600,000 naira in prize money. And of course, I will told you that in that we had the open category, we had the under 20 category, there was this Unity category, there was the under 14 category, we equally had the female category, all featuring in that one. And we say congratulations to the winners as different prize amounts of money, prize amount of money equally got to them for emerging champions in the various categories. We equally told you that Anambra Club Solution FC defeated Gateway FC by 3-2 in a match played on Saturday at the Gateway International Stadium, Elaro. Of course, it was the first away win for Solution FC this season. Not quite sure Solution FC got an away win last season, but it's the first away win just after match day 4. And where did they get that? It was far away in Ogun State, Elaro to be precise, and that was against Gateway FC. And I can tell you they are currently third on the log with 7 points from 4 matches played, and their next match will be against the team on the top. That's Kun Khalifat FC of Owerri, and that game will be played at the Oka City Stadium this Saturday. So expect to be there and see the best of football. It's actually an Oriental derby, and where you have a team from Owerri coming to Anambra State, definitely that's an Oriental derby. So Solution FC are expected to take on Kun Khalifat FC. That match will be by 3 p.m. at the Oka City Stadium, and that's coming up on this Saturday. So expect that too be there. Also on the show, we probably told you about Amad Diallo extending his contract at Old Trafford. We equally told you that Eric Chelle is interested, is anticipating working as the head coach of the Super Eagles, and we equally mooted that Austin Eguavon may just be part of his backroom staff, maybe and in a makeshift capacity to equally support him. He started, he was with the team in their World Cup and Nations Cup qualifiers, getting to this stage before, of course, Eric Chelle took the reign as the head coach of the Super Eagles, and we expected, according to sources from the NFF, that Austin Eguavon will somehow will assist Eric Chelle in ensuring that the dreams of the nation playing at the biggest football mundial in the globe is achieved. And now, let's move away from that. Let's talk about motorsports. Aston Martin's new Formula One boss, and Powell will take on the role of the team principal in addition to the position as the chief executive officer. We hear the 55-year-old who joined Aston Martin in the month of October 2024 takes over the team boss role from Michael Clark, who has been effectively demoted into a new role focused on performance at the race track. Enrico Cadile, who has joined from Ferrari as a chief technical officer, will be in charge of designing the race cars. There is still no official data for when Cadile, who left Ferrari last July, starts work for Aston Martin, and design legend Adrian Newey, who is joining as a managing technical partner on the 2nd of March. I will sit at the top of the design and engineering structure alongside Cowell. The moves mark a major restructure for a team that has invested millions in a new factory and a wind tunnel with the ambition of becoming the world champions. As part of the changes that Tom McClung, who has led trackside engineering as a performance director for years, is moving to a new role with Aston Martin's other racing categories. And Aston Martin are taking over Honda engines from Red Bull at the start of the 2026 season. And the changes create separate teams focused trackside and at the factory. Both are reporting into Cowell. They come after 2 seasons in which Aston Martin have started strongly, only to fade as they have been unable to keep with the development rate of their rivals. Fernando Alonso scored 6 podiums in the first 8 races of 2023 as Aston Martin, formerly Racing Point and Force India, leaped from perennial midfielders to be Red Bull's closest challengers. But the team fell back in the second half of the year, and after starting 2024 less competitively than 2023, but with some strong qualifying performances, and the same pattern developed as we look forward to the season. So Aston Martin major reshuffling in their side, getting better drivers there. Lewis Hamilton now joining the fray now, and also making some changes in the engineering department, the design department, and the operations also. So it promises to be an entertaining and power-packed Formula One season this 2025. We'll be watching out for Aston Martin as they give the likes of Red Bull miss this a run of their money, and equally the likes of Ferrari. And now let's talk about the world of athletics. European under-23 champion Rory Leonard has knocked 6 seconds off the British men's 10-kilometer record set by Mo Farah. The Moped Harriers runner, 23 years of age, ran a time of 27 minutes, 38 seconds at the Valencia's 10-kilometer walk, but that was only enough to finish 15th on a 10-kilometer course, widely regarded as one of the fastest on the international road circuit. And the previous British record was set by Farah in 2010 and equaled by Emil Kaires in 2022. We hear. And also, let's tell you that Great Britain's Olympic triathlon champion Alex Yee, who is training to run in this year's London Marathon, finished 29th in a time of 28.07 seconds, while fellow Britain Amy Eloise Neal was 14th in the women's race in a time of 31.15 seconds. We hear. And now to the world of tennis. Irina Sabalenka says that the Australian Open feels like home after she began her title defense with a straight set victory over American Sloane Stephens, world number 1 and back-to-back champion in Melbourne. Defeated Sloane Stephens 6-3, 6-2. That's in straight set in the first round at the Rod Laver Arena. The 28-year-old Belarusian is aiming to become just the 7th player to claim a third straight Australian Open women's titles, singles title, and the first since Martina Hingis in 1999. And Sabalenka has now won 28 of her last 29 matches in hard-court slams since since the start of 2023, including 15 consecutive matches at the Aussies. She has also won 17 consecutive sets at Melbourne Park and is the heavy favorite for the women's title. And Sabalenka entertained the Melbourne crowd with some dancing on the court after the match, having built up a following on social media by posting videos of her dancing with her team on TikTok. And still talking about the Australian Open, let's tell you that German second seed Alexander Zverev began his latest bid for a first Grand Slam title with a comfortable straight set victory over French walker Lucas Pouilly at the Australian Open. The 27-year-old who reached the semi-finals in Melbourne last year cruised into the second round with a 6-4 win. And Zverev, who faced just 2 break points against the 103rd ranked Poili, will play Spaniard Pedro Martinez, I beg your pardon, and former world number 10 Poili, a semi-finalist in 2019, could have provided a potential obstacle for Zverev, but it felt like the world number 2 still had plenty more gears to go through. In recent years, it has been a case of Sonia yet so far for Zverev. Earlier on Sunday, let's tell you that Kei Nishikori, playing in Melbourne for the first time in 4 years, edged the 5-set thriller. And that was against Brazil's Thiago Monteiro, 4-6, 6-7, 7-5, 6-2, 6-3 in a match that lasted more than 4 hours, 30 minutes. And Norwegian 6-seed Casper Ruud avoided becoming the first top 10 casualty at this year's tournament by coming through in 5 sets against Spain's Jaume Muna, and the 26-year-old 3-time slam runner-up won 6-3, 1-6, 7-5, 2-6. 6-1. And lastly, before we go, in football, let's tell you that Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola says that he will not stand in Kyle Walker's way if the England defender decides to quit the club during this month's transfer window. Walker was left out of the City squad for their 8-0 FA Cup third round victory over League 2 side Salford, even though Guardiola had only 2 recognized defenders in the starting lineup. The 34-year-old England international still has 18 months left on his contract. However, Guardiola said that the City skipper went to see Director of Football Tiki Bekiristan on Thursday to explain his desire to look to at an exit. And Guardiola added Walker had initially asked to leave City in the wake of their historic treble success in 2023. And Guardiola said that German giant Bayern Munich had told Walker they wanted to sign him but had failed to match the fee City demanded. So let's see what comes of that movement in the days ahead. We'll get to know more. But City have already agreed a £33.6 million deal with a French club Lens for Uzbekistan international defender Abdukodir Kusanov, maybe as a replacement for Kyle Walker. We'll be watching out for that, and let's see what becomes of Kyle Walker's future if he will eventually go to the Bavarian giant Bayern Munich. That's the size of the show this morning, Sports Splash on ABS TV. Thank you very much for being here. The show continues all through the week down to Saturday, the last one for the week. My name is Ike Nwokede. Have a lovely week, and remember to keep sporting. Bye-bye now.